Vanga named 4 zodiac signs that are protected by powerful guardian angels. Listen carefully, because today I will reveal some astonishing secrets that Vanga once foresaw about the most powerful guardian angels, those who watch over 4 unique zodiac signs. These zodiac signs are not just ordinary people. They are chosen, and they've been granted divine protection from the highest forces. Have you ever felt like someone invisible was always there, supporting you in the most difficult moments? Then perhaps one of these signs may speak to you. Because one thing is certain, your guardian angels never give up on you. And in 2025, this divine protection will only grow stronger. But who are these mysterious signs? What lies behind their strength and the invisible power that surrounds them? Today, we will uncover some of the most surprising revelations, truths that might show you how your guardian angel has been guiding you all along toward success, inner peace, and a life with deeper meaning. You may already have a guess, or you may be completely surprised. Don't forget to leave your zodiac sign in the comments. And if this message speaks to something deep inside you, if you want to explore the sacred forces always walking beside you, subscribe to this channel and like this video, because there is so much more yet to be revealed. And now, if you're ready to receive the first divine insight, let's step into the very first sign, where the light never fades, where a soul was born from fire to become a guide for those who have lost their way. Leo. Leo, the soul born from light. Have you ever looked into someone's eyes and felt that they carried a light too vast to explain? A light not from the spotlight, not from glitter or praise, but a light from the very core of their spirit. If you've ever met a Leo, perhaps you've witnessed that light, because unlike other signs, Leo was not born to hide. They were born to shine. From an early age, Leo carries a strange awareness, as if they were never truly alone. There is something or someone always by their side, an unseen hand that lifts them after every fall, a whisper that says, "Don't give up, the light is still ahead." Vanga once said, "Leo is a child of the sun, and the sun is never alone." Leo's guardian angel is an ancient spirit, a being of light and victory. They don't come to shield Leo from pain, but to transform pain into radiant power. Whenever Leo feels like they've collapsed, when it seems the world turns away, when no one understands them, that is when a sacred rebirth begins. Not from outside, but from within. From a flicker of faith, the flame reignites. That is their angel whispering, "Rise, you were born to walk through darkness and light it up." Leo carries a rare gift, the ability to sense danger before it arrives. They don't need a reason to trust their intuition, they just know. When one door is about to close, they are already standing before the next. And no one but them understands what you call luck for Leo is invisible protection. Have you ever witnessed someone fall into failure, only to rise again, brighter, prouder, stronger than before? That is often a Leo, not because they've never been hurt, but because their angel never lets them stay in that pain too long. They are not protected from challenges, but they are protected from falling permanently. And yet, this protection does not come without conditions. Leo's guardian angel has one request: do not betray yourself. The moment Leo begins to live against their truth, when they dim their own light just to please others, that divine protection starts to fade. Not because the angel leaves, but because the angel wants them to remember, you were not born to dim your light. That's why, each time Leo returns to their truest self, strong, kind, and courageous, they begin to attract everything: love, recognition, opportunities, even miracles. If you are a Leo, you may have walked through nights that felt like they'd never end. But if you listen closely, you will notice the quiet signs your angel sends: a random phrase spoken at the perfect moment, a recurring dream, a sudden nudge in your intuition that makes you change your decision just in time, and realize later that it saved you from something much worse. Your guardian angel is always there, not to walk the difficult path for you, but to remind you, you were born to walk that path like a warrior of light. Vanga said, Leo is the sign of souls that cannot be caged in darkness, because the light inside them is too great. The universe sends them an angel strong enough to guard it. And if you are a Leo listening to this, know that you have never been alone. You were chosen, not to live an ordinary life, but to remind the world that the light is still here. If these words reflect your truth, leave a comment and affirm. I, Leo, choose to live in the light within me. And if you truly believe in that protection, hit the like button as a sacred confirmation to the universe. I am ready to be guided toward my divine mission. You were chosen, not for a life of silence, but to be the one who whispers back to the world. The light is not gone. It still burns within us. And now, if your heart is ready to keep walking, let me introduce you to another soul, one born under a sacred sign as well. A tireless wanderer, forever chasing the truth hidden beneath the fog of destiny. This is Sagittarius. Sagittarius, a soul chosen to find light in the dark. Some souls carry within them a longing they cannot explain, a strange pull, as if they're searching for something far beyond this world. That is the mark of a Sagittarius. And it is also the sign of someone being gently led by a guardian angel unlike any other. Have you ever felt like you were being pushed forward by an invisible force? Even when life feels chaotic, even when you don't understand why you chose this path, there is still something deep, quiet inside you, a knowing that says everything is happening for a reason. That is your angel. Not speaking in words, not taking form, but always whispering, keep going. The light is waiting at the end of the road. Vanga once said, Sagittarius is the soul chosen to bring truth, and truth never comes easily. Unlike other signs, Sagittarius is not shielded from pain by their angel. Instead, they are taught to look through pain, to find the hidden gift inside. You may have felt lost. You may have hurt so deeply you wanted to give up. But then, something happened. Someone appeared at just the right moment. A sentence shook you awake. A sign pulled you in a new direction, and the path opened again. You thought it was coincidence? It wasn't. It was guidance. It was your guardian angel, quietly adjusting the compass of your soul. Sagittarius is not born for a quiet life. You were born to walk into sacred lands, of spirit, of truth, of faith. And the most sacred truth is this: you never have to walk alone. Your angel has given you a powerful gift, the ability to sense direction and the protection to survive your most dangerous moments. When every road seems closed, you still find one more way. And strangely, it's always the way you were meant to take. You may have experienced a collision, not just in the body, but in the soul. A shock, a loss, a fall so hard you thought you'd never stand again. But from those ashes, a different fire rises. The fire of Sagittarius, the fire of faith, the fire of a soul that refuses to surrender. Sagittarius is not just protected, you are inspired by the ancient souls who walked before you. You receive messages through dreams, uncanny coincidences, encounters that seem random but change the entire course of your life. You don't need to understand it all. You just need to listen, because your angel is speaking, not in language, but through the flow of destiny. But your guardian angel also asks one thing: don't run from the truth. The moment you hide your real feelings, the moment you live for others' expectations, the protection fades. Not because you are abandoned, but because your angel is reminding you, you were not chosen to please the world, you were chosen to awaken it. If you are a Sagittarius, believe that every wound you've carried, every loss you've faced, was clearing the way for your light to shine even brighter. You don't need all the answers right now. You just need to keep walking and let your angel handle the rest. Vanga once said, when a Sagittarius rises after failure, they don't just survive, they inspire. Because you are not just a survivor, you are the one who carries the torch, lighting the path for those still lost in the dark. If you felt that sacred protection along your journey, leave a comment and affirm, I, Sagittarius, choose to walk with divine trust. And if your heart is quietly nodding right now, subscribe to this channel as a way to tell the universe, I am ready to receive the light meant for me. But this journey is far from over. Every protected soul carries a unique message. If Sagittarius is the fire of truth, then next comes the sacred water of compassion and divine intuition. We are now moving toward Pisces, a soul who doesn't see the world with their eyes, but with a heart that's been broken and mended again by the light of unseen realms. Pisces, a soul that hears whispers from the unseen world. Some people enter this world with a heart that was already cracked, long before they ever learned how to love. They feel the sorrow of others before a single word is spoken. They cry at a piece of music. They smile at the color of a sunset. They don't need a reason because they are Pisces. Unlike other signs, Pisces is the bridge between two realms. One half of them lives in the present. The other still communicates silently with the universe. And for that reason, their guardian angel does not appear as signs we usually recognize. Not as a guiding intuition, not as a hand lifting them up, but as a gentle presence, dissolving into each breath, each dream, each wave of emotion. Vanga once said, "Pisces are the souls who carry the memory of the stars, and so there will always be angels guarding their spirit. When others fall, they rise with logic, but when Pisces falls, they rise with faith in the invisible. They don't need proof to know they are protected. They only need a moment of silence." A strange recurring dream, a phrase from a stranger that feels as if it echoed in their heart long ago. Pisces is the embodiment of the deepest compassion that a human soul can hold, and it is that very compassion that keeps the angels close. Pisces' guardian angel doesn't just protect, they heal. When their heart is broken, when they feel too fragile to continue, the angel whispers, "You don't have to be strong, you just need to stay soft and trust that the light will return." If you are a Pisces, perhaps you felt like you live in a world no one fully understands. You speak of things that cannot be seen. You feel waves of energy others ignore. You often dream of strange places, dreams of water, of light, of nameless spirits and forgotten memories. Don't worry, you are not broken. You are remembering something the world has long forgotten. Your guardian angel is one of the gatekeepers between dimensions. They protect you by helping you escape from where you no longer belong. A toxic relationship, a wrong path, a way of living that no longer reflects your soul. Pisces is often pulled out of these situations in mysterious ways, sometimes through a sudden event, sometimes through a dream that changes everything, sometimes through a quiet feeling that says, "I can't stay here anymore." Your angel isn't pushing you, they are freeing you. And just like the ocean, Pisces holds the power to transform. Your angel doesn't shield you from all pain, but they ensure that every time you shatter, you are reborn deeper, clearer, and closer to the truth of who you really are. But there's something you must remember. Your angel only protects when you are living honestly. When you start pretending not to feel, when you harden yourself to survive a harsh world, that connection weakens. Not because they abandon you, but because your light is slowly being dimmed by your own hands. Pisces was not born to fight for power, but to help the world remember what is sacred. And for that mission, they often accept loneliness as part of their path. Because some souls only shine when they are brave enough to live as who they truly are. That is why your angel is always close, in silence, in love, and in tears. Vanga once said, "Pisces is the final gate before the soul touches the divine." If these words feel like a gentle call meant just for you, leave a comment and affirm, "I, Pisces, choose to listen to the voice of my soul and live true to my heart." And if you truly believe in that presence, hit like, as a way to reconnect with the angels who have always been there, waiting for you to remember who you are. But the journey isn't over yet. There is still one more soul, a symbol of brilliance, freedom, and the duality of perception. A being who can listen to the whole world, but often forgets how to hear their own inner voice. And that is why their guardian angel not only protects them, but teaches them to finally listen to themselves. Come with me now as we step into the final zodiac sign of today's journey, Gemini. Gemini, a soul guided by angels through the crossroads of the mind. Some people are born with a mind that never sleeps. One thought isn't even done before 10 more directions open. They are the ones who ask why more than anyone else. The ones who can talk to anyone, but rarely speak from the depths of their heart. They are Gemini, and they are guided by a very special guardian angel, one who leads them through the labyrinth of their own mind. Have you ever felt like you're living in two worlds? Part of you is smiling, adapting, shining. The other part quietly asking, "Who am I, really?" That is not confusion. That is a calling. A whisper from your soul and from your angel who is waiting for you to pause and listen. Vanga once said, "Gemini is born with two wings, one to fly out into the world and one to fly inward. But sometimes, in flying too far outward, they forget the journey home. And it is in those moments of being lost that Gemini's angel appears most clearly. Not through loud disruptions, but through strange coincidences, sudden intuition, or a voice in the back of your mind that quietly says, "Don't go that way. Something's not right here." Gemini's angel doesn't shield them from chaos, because this soul needs movement in order to evolve. In fact, within chaos, the angel carves out a new order for the soul, a path that only appears when they dare to face themselves. But their angel always points them toward things that matter, toward fated encounters, toward ideas that could transform their life and the lives of others. You may have been misunderstood, called inconsistent or shallow, but your angel knows you don't change because you're lost. You change because you're discovering more of who you are. Gemini has a powerful, unmatchable gift, the gift of connection. You speak what others cannot put into words. You connect heart with mind, logic with intuition. And your angel is a master at whispering inspiration at just the right time. They do this through a song you randomly hear, a sentence in a book you casually pick up, or a stranger you meet once, whose words echo in your life forever. But there's something you must know. Your angel does not protect you when you stray too far from your truth. When you start performing for the world, saying what others want to hear, but silencing the voice within, your protection dims. Not because your angel leaves you, but because they are waiting for you to return to who you truly are. Gemini is the soul chosen to illuminate ideas still unborn. But to do that, you must be brave enough to fall silent when needed. Speaking isn't always connecting. Sometimes, it's listening that brings you closer to your angel than anything else. Vanga once said, "The Gemini soul is a mirror reflecting the voice of the universe, but only when they dare to stop and look into it." If you've ever felt like something was guiding you, something unexplainable, yet always perfectly timed, you have already touched the invisible thread connecting you to your angel. Not everyone has that gift, but you do. And if you are reading these words, if you're hearing this voice right now, it's not an accident. If you're a Gemini and your heart is quietly nodding, leave a comment and affirm, "I, Gemini, choose to trust the sacred voice within myself." And if you believe an angel has been gently leading you each day, subscribe to this channel as a way of telling the universe, "I am ready to listen and live true to the soul I came here to be." And then, amid all you've heard today, there remains a quiet question, one that never really leaves. Sometimes in the middle of life's noise, you pause and wonder, is someone watching over me? Am I truly being protected? And if you've stayed with me until this very moment, maybe you already know the answer. It's not a coincidence that you carry the burning heart of a Leo, always rising, always shining. It's not a coincidence that you are a Sagittarius, with a longing for truth in the middle of chaos. It's not a coincidence that you are a Pisces, feeling what cannot be named, yet always present. And it's certainly no coincidence that you are a Gemini, capable of touching every layer of consciousness, if only you stop long enough to listen. Because every soul born under these stars was born with a purpose, and their guardian angel is the quiet companion who never walks away. If this message felt like a personal whisper to your soul, leave a comment and affirm, "I attract abundance, and I am divinely protected." Because sometimes, speaking something out loud is a sacred commitment to the universe. Share a moment when you felt your angel's presence. A dream, a sudden instinct, a meeting that made no sense, but changed everything. They were all messages, and who knows, your story may help someone else realize they are not alone either. If you felt touched by today's message, subscribe to this channel so you never miss another whisper from the unseen world. Messages that arrive just when you need them most. Until we meet again. Remember this, the light has always been within you, and your angel always knows the way back home.